Well, Dragon Ball Daima is officially wrapped up, leaving a bunch of fans with the same exact question. How in the blue hell does Super Saiyan 4 Goku fit into the established canon? With some people saying that, especially after the last episode, that Daima can't be canon, when no, that's not the case. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Toriyama's level of involvement in the series and where the series fits in the timeline already makes it canon. Nothing that happens inside the show directly dispute that. For example, Shin and Kibito could have just refused at some future point in the timeline before Super starts, and on top of being in inefficient form, Vegeta knew that Super Saiyan 3 wasn't going to cut it against Beerus anyway. But the main issue people are running into is that if Goku had access to Super Saiyan 4, why didn't he use it against Beerus? That don't make no sense. And yeah, I definitely agree, if that was the case. But Goku couldn't use Super Saiyan 4 before this point in the story, and I highly doubt he could use it afterwards. Now, I know a bunch of y'all are thinking, Denzel, that don't make no goddamn sense. We see him use it as an adult. But let's think about the timeline of events here. Goku at first was giving it his all against Goma, going as far as to suggest everybody jump him because he knew he couldn't handle him by himself. Goku went all the way to Super Saiyan 3 and then got knocked out. He could not get the job done. Neva then steps in and gives Goku a temporary boost. That extra boost, which also magically regrows Goku's tail, gives him access to Super Saiyan 4. As long as he had access to that little bit of extra provided by Neva, he had access to Super Saiyan 4. Now, I know a bunch of people are going to read into this scene and say that, no, Goku trained to unlock Super Saiyan 4. But that is not what he says. Go back and rewatch the scene. He says he trained a lot after fighting Majin Buu, but was not sure if he could actually use Super Saiyan 4. What Goku says in this scene is he trained, he was stronger than when he fought Buu. But even with all that training, he had not reached the level needed in order to unlock that form on his own yet. And because Neva stays behind in the Demon Realm, nobody's around to give him that boost ever again. This is why you see him training so hard with King Kai in Battle of Gods. He's training to try and get to this level of power on his own. This is also why when he eventually fights Beerus and tells him that Super Saiyan 3 is his final form at this point in time, that it still makes sense. We can even use Ultra Instinct as an example. Goku may have been able to force his way into using Ultra Instinct during the Tournament of Power, but he was unable to use it during the Broly movie and like 90% of the Moro saga. This doesn't make the Tournament of Power non-canon, it just means that Goku hadn't reached a level where he could reliably use Ultra Instinct. Same thing with Super Saiyan 4. He was able to touch this power due to abnormal means, but was unable to access that same path of power through his own means. And also, let's not forget, this is Akira Toriyama we're talking about. He thought Super Saiyan 3 was Super Saiyan 2 at one point. I doubt he thought that deeply into it. But as always, I want to hear from you guys. Do you think Super Saiyan 4 makes Daima non-canon? Also, what did you think of Daima as a whole, and what's your favorite arc in Dragon Ball? Whatever it be, leave it in the comments. Let me know.